doing today? Good. Well, we obviously are sort of working hard for this SEC game with Ole Miss. We have a lot of respect for their team. We've got sort of a situation, on our team where we've got a lot of mature players who, really work hard, every day, know how to prepare for a game, and we've got some other guys that are a little younger that, need to keep making progress toward, what you have to do to really prepare, get ready for a game, know what to do, how to do it, why it's important to do it that way, and do it in practice, all right, so that, when the game comes, you're not thinking. It always amazes me that I read these articles about people who make great comebacks. They get behind by, when Buffalo got behind Houston like 35-3 or whatever, and then they came back and won the game, and the players say, well, I just forgot about the scoreboard and I really got focused on the next play and I was in the moment and I started playing better. And I always wonder to myself, why does something bad have to happen to get behind by 35 points before you ever, why didn't you just start out that way? Why didn't you prepare that way? Why did something bad have to happen for you to, get to that place where you can compete and focus and do things at a very high level where you have a better chance to have success? So obviously it's important that our guys have enough maturity that we don't need something bad to happen for that to happen. So this is an SEC West game, and every game you play in your division is like 2 games, because if you lose a tiebreaker 2, so that team has to lose 2 games, and so it's really, really important. We're looking forward to a great atmosphere in the stadium this week. We're going to need it. This is a no-huddle team. They try to go fast. I think we can be disruptive to their cadence and what they do if our fans get into it and really support our team and create the kind of atmosphere that we've always created when we play SEC games in our stadium. We're taking part in the AFC's Coach to Cure for muscular dystrophy this week, which is something we've done for several years and are very pleased to participate and try to help those that have this horrible disease. So, questions?
Just what stood out to you about both of their quarterbacks, and what are the challenges of possibly facing 2 QBs in the same game?
Well, both guys are really good athletes. Both guys can really run. Both guys are very capable passers. Well, we don't really know. We know what they've done with Matt when he's playing. We don't really know exactly what their plan would be with the number 2 guy if he has to play. But he's a very good athlete. He's very fast. He can make great plays with his feet. We don't know if they'll be more into the quarterback runs if that's the case. He made 2 explosive plays at the end of the game last week, both because he extended plays, either scrambling and threw a long ball, or ran the ball very effectively. So, it's hard to know the unknown, to be honest with you. So we'll have to adjust in the game. Obviously, they're doing something different than what we've anticipated.
What are the biggest differences you see between Shane Lee, Kristen Harris from this week to week 1?
I think the guys are getting better every day. They got a better understanding. They're very conscientious, guys that try to prepare well. You can't coach experience, and now they're gaining more experience, so they're gaining more knowledge. I think they're gaining more confidence. We look at them day to day. So I think both guys are improving, and I think both guys are being more confident in what they're doing. And, we're not satisfied with where they are, but we're very pleased with their progress.
What does Jared Maiden bring to the secondary, and how has he played in your estimation so far?
Yeah, well, Jared is a very athletic guy. He was a corner before he became a safety, so he's a good cover guy. He's got good range in a deep part of the field. And when he's played physical and played with good toughness, he's been a very good player for us. And, that's what we continue to emphasize with him, because your safety now, you're going to have more opportunities to present that. And he has done that for the most part, and that's something that we want him to continue to focus on.
We saw Kendall Randolph move to the kind of the tight end position. He's listed at both tight end and offensive line. What do you like about him at that tight end spot?
Well, when we want to run the ball, he's a big physical guy, and he gets movement in the C area. And, he gives us something we don't have, I think, with some of our other guys. I mean, we did this with Brandon Green when he was here, a few years back. And so, sometimes you just want to be able to have a guy that can put his hand in the dirt in the C area and be able to get some movement and block big people. And he gives us that, and he's done a really good job, and he did a very good job in the last game when we needed him to.
Coach, we're going to finish up in the back.
Coach, with another hot game Saturday, what's kind of your appreciation level and message to fans who are sticking it out for 4 quarters and creating that atmosphere that you're hoping for, especially in SEC play?
Well, my hat's off to them. We really appreciate what they do. I don't think anybody really realizes, how difficult it is for fans, how many issues that we really have. I wish that, some of the TV people and the people from our conference would come and at any stadium, in these kinds of conditions, and know that it's really difficult, for the fans. And, this is an entertainment business that we're in. I mean, people come to see the games because they enjoy Alabama football and they enjoy the tradition, but they also want to be entertained and see good football. And I think when the circumstances and conditions of the game are very difficult for them, I think you negate some of those positives, but we really do appreciate what they do. We always have, and just, this year it's been a little hotter than normal and stayed hotter for longer, and we've had, fortunately or unfortunately, all afternoon games so far, so it's kind of unfortunate for the fans. All right, thank you.